back to my page. I'm Laura.
I'm Evan.
We're back again tonight. Y'all, Evan just loves this, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep. So go ahead and say hello when you jump on. Hit that heart button for us and let us know that you are watching tonight. And in just a second, I will give you a keyword to type in. When you type in that keyword, I'll send you a message with the supplies for all the things that we're using tonight. Look at that. It's still loading. It's taking forever, isn't it? You got it. All right. So the keyword for tonight, can you tell them what it is? It's right here. What's that word?
It's bell.
Bell. B-E-L-L. Bell. Type in bell in the comments, y'all. Yay. Do you want to see yourself on the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Can you see past this?
Yeah.
So you guys, we do have a project again tonight that is going to be patriotic because I had promised somebody that I would use a certain transfer and then I forgot. And so we're going to knock out this project very slowly today because it's going to take a minute. But we're doing our Liberty Bell tonight and it's going to be amazing. Evan's here to help me paint a couple of things. But this project is going to be more, I think, hands-on for Mom than it is for Evan because of how much I've got to do tonight, okay? Hi, Rhea. Hello, Jan. Hello, Terry and Kelly and Lena and Mona's in the house. Hi, Ray. Hello, Christine and Christy. Hello, Lisa Marie. Hi, Valerie. Hello to all my friends. Oh, my goodness. Bell is the key word. Hi, Jan. Oh, wow. Look at all of our friends coming on here. Hello, Jackie and Wanda Jean. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Dale and Corey. Hello, Merle. Oh, my gosh. Hello, Mary and Teresa and Lynn and Pam. Hello, everybody.
And thank you all for paying for those. Thanks.
We did have a couple orders come in last night, and did you make some money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$10.
You guys. He made $10 last night, and he was super excited about it, and he already sold it. I mean, he already spent it, didn't you?
Yeah, and a character.
Hello, Brenda. All right, you guys, so we're actually going to start off by painting some pieces, and Evan's going to do this part, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So, when we do painting for some pieces, the easiest way to do this is just to take a piece of cardboard. Hi, Carol. And, oh my gosh, I stuck the tape to itself. We're just going to roll the tape right onto a piece of cardboard just like this and stick our pieces down. Hi, Tammy.
Oh my God.
And I'm probably going to need, I don't know, 3 of these probably tonight. Maybe just 2. What do you think? No, probably 3.
Yeah.
Probably 3 of them. 3 of them sounds good.
You should do that.
3's a good number. We like odd numbers, right? Hi, Bonda. Hello, Laura Gallagher. Hello, Elizabeth. Hi, Barbara. Hello, Ruth. Y'all are all jumping on with us today. We're just prepping our board here with some tape. And we'll show them what we're going to paint tonight. Why don't you go ahead and just start sticking these all on that tape? All these. You guys, my daughter wants to come in and say hello for a second, too, because she wants to show you something. So here's Allie, if you guys haven't met my daughter yet. This is my daughter, Allison. Tight squeeze back here, y'all. Look in the camera right there. They can see you.
And I hate her.
Don't start. Are you going to talk to him or not?
This is my new dragon, Cherry. I just remade her again. This is the 5th time I've made Cherry. This time I tried out like a new outline.
So Allie is very crafty as well. And she spends a lot of time in her room making these dragon puppets. And she wants to be she wants to have her own YouTube channel showing everybody how to be a dragon puppeteer.
And if the trend is no longer like popular at that time, I'm still gonna post it no matter how many haters there are.
Y'all don't be a hater on my daughter's channel. Do not be a hater. I love it.
I'll post a lot, and I don't really even care if there's any haters because I could find out how to delete comments, and I could just easily delete those hate comments.
Yo, I love it. I hope you guys love it too. All right. So we're going to do a project tonight, Allie. Brother's just going to help me paint, and then I'm going to pretty much just kick him out. Okay?
Don't you think that she turned out really
Allie,
neat,
guess
though?
what? If you start coming
Yo.
out here...
So you guys, now that the kids are out of school, it is chaos for me. And Dad's gone for the whole week. Where's
What
Dad
do you
at?
mean?
in Ohio.
Chaos in Nazo.
It is chaos around here. So y'all, I've also got some numbers that we're going to go ahead and paint as well. And I got these from Hobby Lobby. So, from the wood pile section. What I mean by it's chaos is that I'm here with you guys all by myself.
It is dangling. Like,
oh, I see.
it's
Yep.
because Toxin broke my
Look at
horns
that.
right here.
You're doing such a good job. You can put some on this piece of tape too.
What is this?
Oh, it's project we're gonna
Project. Yeah. This is just we're just putting some stuff down on a tape
Project.
so that we can.
That's all it is.
Chrissy's like, yeah, baby girl, you get those hateful people off. I sure do, y'all. I don't tolerate that hatefulness on my page.
I just ignore
Not
them
at
and
all.
I like, I've seen a lot of YouTubers just posting to prove them wrong. Just prove them wrong.
Can you give me that blue up there?
Which blue? There's a bunch of blues. This blue?
That's the one, yep. Like, no, Mom, I cannot pull this out of this thing. It's too tight. That's the one I meant to get. Hold on.
Okay, so
All right, you guys.
do you
it's
like
too
my
crowded.
new Sonic jersey?
It's too crowded in here for 3 people. Okay? So,
Hold me up a little.
no, you're good. You're good. We got to get started with the project. You guys are just, you guys are
I'm just not even
See my
here.
Sonic jersey?
oh my gosh.
You like it?
Help, I'm literally
Y'all,
just-
this is getting harder and harder.
I'm literally just invisible. I'm not even-
Honey, listen, I got it. This is how I do my job. Evan!
Sorry.
Oh my gosh! Okay, y'all, we're gonna paint up all this stuff right here. You guys, this room is literally a 9x9. That's all the space I've got to work
If
with.
you want me to leave, then I will.
There's just not room for all 3 of us to be on the camera, and they came here because they want to see a project done, you guys. So
Okay,
we're gonna
bye.
work on this project. Bye, everybody.
I wish I could play Cookie Run Kingdom, but there's an update that's waiting, and I can't play while there's still an update.
Okay, all right. Okay, Evan, so here's what we're going to do. I have got some paint here in a container, and we're just going to take one of these little sponge brushes, okay, just like this, and we're going to dab it in here first and get some paint on here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wipe off the extra on the side, okay? And I've already got it all over my fingers, and I don't even know how I did that. So then what we're going to do is just take this right here
Okay.
and start dabbing all of those things until they're all blue. Okay, can you paint those for me? Start with the ones way up here so that you're not putting your arm through it. So he's going to paint those up for me while I show you guys the other things. They said they love Sonic. Crystal says she loves Sonic. Well, I show you guys the other things that we're going to be working with tonight, okay? And he's going to work on painting all of those. Okay, so here is the frame that I found at Hobby Lobby. I absolutely fell in love with this. From the wood pile, normal price is $8.99. I got it for 40% off, and it does have a hanger right here, but we're going to actually make this go the opposite direction today. And this is an acrylic frame, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just cut off the rope pieces that are on here because we're not going to use them. And it looks like I also need to unscrew this piece here. But I wonder if I can just cut that off as well. I think I got to unscrew it though.
Also,
All right, well for right now.
also, if you want to ask, if I play basketball, no, I'm just getting ready to start practicing here.
There you go. All right, so this does come off like a picture frame, and it's got this acrylic sheet that's on the inside of it.
That, Mom?
Do the 1776 too. You did such a good job, buddy. Isn't this so cool, you guys, from Hobby Lobby? So it is an acrylic frame, and there's a piece of acrylic in the inside of this. And I love acrylic stuff. Hi, Cheryl! So we're going to pull this piece right out of here, and this is what we're going to work with tonight. And then we can put it all back together in the
I beat the
end.
system.
Oh, but I want it dabbed. You see, it makes it looks different when it's dabbed than it does when it's brushed. See how that right there kind of makes it look like it's... See, brushes gives you brush strokes. And when you dab it, you don't have brush strokes. Instead, you have little... You got a lot of paint on some of these.
And it also looks like sparkly like that, and like once it dries and you feel it, it'll feel like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys, bell is the keyword for tonight. Okay, can you do this with
I'll
the rest
do
of them?
the rest, I'll do the
Okay, good. Thank you. Here, can I move it over a little bit? See how the tape holds that down and makes it even easier? All right, so while he's working on that, I'm going to go ahead and just pull off these pieces that are on here. It does have a protective film, just like the acrylic on the acrylic sheets that we've got. Been to Hobby Lobby twice in 1 month. Have not seen these? Oh, no! Well, I hope you're able to find them. I know I got this at Hobby Lobby. I'm always looking at their stuff in Woodpile, and if it goes on 40% off, then I buy a bunch of it because I just love it so much. But I always struggle to get this piece of paper off of here, every time. I'm starting to think that they super glue the edges on purpose. Just so you can't. Oh, wonderful job, bud. All right, let me see if there's a couple little spots where it's a little bit thicker. Let me make sure you didn't miss any pieces. But that looks fantastic. Great job.
Mm-hmm.
Great job. You want to dry it now?
Of course. Of course.
All right. Here you go.
I know how to use it. Don't worry.
You do? Okay, good. Y'all got a little helper tonight. This might go a little faster. I love it. Oh no, Carol, I'm so sorry to hear that. Couldn't get your Bluetooth connected. That thing works super fast too. All right, so we're just pulling off this protective film that's on here on both sides to make this see-through. Hi, Donna. Aloha. And Evan's getting all of that dried up and ready to go. Oh, look at that. That side I got off really easy. So this becomes...
Should that work?
Oh, I can still see a lot that's not dried.
I didn't know. So let me do it.
Just keep going with it. All right, so this is going to be clear when you're done with it, okay? And we've got a lot we're going to do to this little piece of acrylic sheet tonight. I think you just about got it.
Good.
Good job, buddy. All right, so we're going to set our stars aside.
Now, you guys, I'm still going to stay here. I'm just not going to do anymore.
Oh, I almost lost that.
Yeah.
You can be my... Well, honey,
Yeah.
it's going to be kind of hard because I can't really move around with you on that stool right there. Can I call you back in when I need your help again?
Of course.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much,
I
bud.
do need a drink right now, so.
Okay. Oh my goodness. There's my little ham, you guys. He was so excited last night, so he wanted to come back again. He wants to come back every single night, you guys. Every night. All right, so we're going to lay out a fuzzing cloth here to put this on just to keep it from getting scratched on the bottom side while we work a little bit on the top. All right. You guys ready for this? So the first thing that we're going to do is this one here. This is the whole... Terry, no they're not! But thanks for thinking that. This is the Liberty Bell. And somebody asked me, oh my gosh, it was a week ago, if I would please do the Liberty Bell. They really wanted to see my take on this and how I would do it. And so I went on Google and I was looking at different images of some Liberty Bells, and I found something that I thought was just super cute that came from Michael's, and I wanted to see if I could recreate kind of what it was all about. So when I'm done with this, tomorrow I will post a picture of mine right next to the one that was my inspiration on the page so you guys can see some of the things that I use for inspiration for my projects, okay? So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and just pull this right off of the silk screen. We're going to start with this one first. And because this is acrylic, we want to give this a really, really good fuzzing because it's going to stick to this just like it would to glass. Love that crafting is another. I do too, Mary. There are some projects though that are just a little bit above their wheelhouse. This is one of them tonight. He can help with a few things, but you know, sometimes they really want to help and they get in the way a little bit more than what they actually help. And this was going to be one of them tonight. Last night he was a huge help. All right. So once we've got this all fuzzed up, we want to make sure that we do have our paste ready to go. Because as soon as we stick this down on our acrylic, it's really going to stick, and the longer it stays down, the more it's going to stick, okay? So we are going to do this one tonight in black velvet. Blue on my hand still. Black velvet in the jars is currently out of stock on my website. Coming back very, very soon. But it's still available in the paste singles. So because of that and the fact that it's still available in a form for you to get, I am going to use it, though I try usually to not use product that you cannot get, okay? So forgive me for that, but I need the black velvet. It's too important of a color. And I would hope that for all of you guys just starting out, that you would make sure that you've got black velvet, because it really is a color that you need to have, okay? All right, so let's get this right in the center. See what I mean? It's going to stick like crazy. Let's go ahead and just fold this in half. It's going to make it easier to work with. Ooh. And let's start at the top. Let's start at the top. Remember, there's a border on that frame itself. And we're going to try to get this as centered as we possibly can. I think I did a pretty good job. Are we centered? Gosh, I hope so. Not even close. Not even close. I am so far off to that side. Oh my goodness. Let's try to go this way. See if this helps a little bit. Wow. Okay, here's a trick for you guys. We're going to do a little trick. I'm going to put my fuzzing cloth on here, just like this, so that I've only got a little bit of the transfer to work with to get the top part of this lined up. Okay, that way it doesn't stick on the bottom. And once you get it lined up in that top edge where you want it to be, just like that, you guys, I'm going to pull this out from underneath it. And then I can start working my way down and getting all of those air bubbles out. That's going to make it a lot easier for you to lay that transfer down where you want it. And get it positioned how you like it. And I think I got it pretty darn good right there. Hi, Carlene. Hi, Tony. All right, there's our Liberty Belt. Now, y'all, here's another trick, too, for you. When you're doing the acrylic sheets, don't press down on your corners, because you're going to need an area where you can lift from in order to get this back off of this acrylic sheet, okay? The good news is, though, is that because this sticks down so well, you're going to have very, very, very little of your paste having any way to be able to get out and make any kind of air bubbles or be in places where you don't want it to be, all right? Okay, here we go. I think that looks pretty centered. Let's hope that my letters fit on there how I want them to. I hope that they do. Just went to Hobby Lobby on the website, and they're not on sale right now. Oh, no! Well, then that means they're going to be back on sale on Sunday. Because it's always every other week at Hobby Lobby, their wood pile stuff goes on sale. Like every other week. All right, here we go, you guys. The magic happens on the back side of this sheet. I promise you that. Here we go. We're going to do this entire thing in black velvet. So I'm going to grab a fairly large squeegee and just pick up a glob of this on my squeegee, and we're going to work from one side down to the other, just squeegeeing this right through that transfer. Totally in black velvet right now. We're going to add our color in a little bit. Hi, Linda. Oh, I do have a big air bubble right there. Hopefully that doesn't make too big of a difference. If it does, we can fix it. I have quite a few air bubbles. How did that happen? I'm not even sure. That's okay. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. All right, any excess, we're just going to go ahead and use our squeegee to squeegee that right back off of there. And put it right back in our jar. Oh man, I see a big bubble right there. Hopefully it's not too bad, but if it is, it's going to be an easy fix, again, because this is an acrylic sheet. All right. Prayers needed for your sister. She had surgery and radiation for breast cancer 4 months ago, and then today she found out that she has cancer in her lip. No, oh no, Ray. Oh. So you guys, prayers for the Schroeders and for Ray today and her family. Oh, I have a line. All right, here we go, you guys. We're going to go ahead and just give this a wiggle and pull up. Our black is called black velvet. There's no difference between black and black velvet. Just the name of ours is black velvet. Sometimes I call it black, sometimes I call it black velvet. It's the same color. All right, a wiggle and a shake, and we've got this. Ah, it's done! Look at how beautiful that is, too. Look at how detailed. Look how detailed that is. It is gorgeous! I have one little spot right here where I had an air bubble, and it came out on the side, but we can fix that really fast. All right, I'm going to set this over here. I'm going to spray it with water, and after my live, I'll take it to my sink, and I'll clean that off with my board eraser. Okay? I think that that's all the black velvet that we need tonight, too. I think. If not, I'll grab another squeegee. But I think that that's it for the black velvet. All right, we're going to give this a good dry with our drying tool. Really good dry, you guys, because we are going to flip this over and we're going to start working from the other side. So this is our front of our piece. From the back, now we're going to start, say a prayer for me, to keep your cool on Saturday, going to your son-in-law's mother's son. Treating my daughter and his son. Oh no! You're afraid you're going to snap. I get that, girl. We actually have a wedding to go to on Saturday. And so all day on Friday, I will be packing up my truck and then going over there to where the wedding is going to be. It's a backyard wedding, to set up tables and chairs and to help family get ready for this wedding. So, yeah, Friday's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a big, long day. All right, so that's all done. We did have a spot right there where it kind of goobered out a little bit, where we had a bubble. So I'm just going to take this end of my detail tool and just scrape that right off. That's the great thing about acrylic, is that it's very, very forgiving when it comes to your paste and if you make any kind of mistakes. All right, so there's the start of it. Now that this is all dry, I can flip this over and we can start working from the back. Okay, here is the thing, you guys. When you're working on the back side, you want to start building as though you were going from the front to the back. Yeah, both of my kids are going to the wedding. Oh my gosh, Stephanie! Because it's Betsy Ross! All right, so we're going to start working on the back of here. And like I said, we're going to layer looking like it's going from the front to the back. So whatever you want in the foreground goes first, and you're going to work your way towards your background with this, okay? So when it comes to the Liberty Bell, you guys, one thing that I know is that it's not brand new. It's not even close to brand new. It's been around for a while, a long while. So we're going to make this thing look like it's got some age to it by layering our colors on here and using some different techniques, okay? Let's see if I just opened up this espresso. So let's see if we can use this tonight. Oh, I got it on my hands. I was using your name because I love you, sister. My good friend Stephanie. Love her to pieces. Okay. Let me grab what I need to grab. Where does it go? There it is. Okay. So we're going to start with a couple of things here. First of all, a paintbrush. And just any old paintbrush I think will do. But I'm going to go for one that's got a pointed end so that I can kind of control my brush a little bit more. And we're going to take some espresso paste and we're just going to come in and we're going to paint the back side of this Liberty Bell, okay, with our espresso paste, staying within those black lines. And it's going to look messy from the back, y'all. It's fine that it looks messy from the back because it's going to look amazing from the front. So we're just going to go through all of that color. And it's even okay if some of this is thicker than others because we're going to layer some different colors on here tonight. And it'll give it a little bit more of a, it'll give it some more definition and texture, I think. Okay, so totally messy painting, just making sure that, as you guys can see, my brown is right there, staying within those black lines. But when you flip it around, you can see that the brown is right there behind, and we're filling in the color of that bell. And if you think it's too thin, you can always come back in. Ooh. Trying to figure out how that's supposed to look. You can always come back in and you can give it another layer. We're just going to fill it all in because I'm not quite sure. And I think that we're just gonna, yeah. We'll just do it this way. I'm sure that that little hangy part there is supposed to be metal, but it's all gonna be wood for us. Hi, Sherry. So Sherry, no, we are not going to Brent and Lauda's for 4th of July weekend. Every single year since John and I have been together, we have always gone to his mom's house in Alpena for 4th of July weekend. We've never missed a weekend celebrating with his mom for 4th of July. And and I don't want to. I love his mom. So we're going to continue with our tradition and go up there again this year. I don't see her often enough, but that's like our one dedicated weekend. What happened to Evan? I sent him away. There are just parts of this that are going to be not something he can quite handle. So I'll call him back in here when we're ready for him. He'll come back and help me whenever I need him to. He even left the door open so he can hear me holler. But yeah, you guys, 4th of July weekend is always has been, always will be time with my in-laws. I love them, and I don't ever want that to change. Okay, let's see how that looks. I think that looks pretty good. You can definitely see our brush strokes in it, but as we layer this, you won't be able to see those quite as well. And I think that it's going to, I think it's going to give it some more texture on there. Did not know that. I thought you and Brent, no, we've never gone over there for 4th of July. We were just there for Father's Day weekend. All right, so you guys, we're now going to use some of the same bark color, and I'm also going to grab some shimmer copper, okay? And we're going to put each one of these onto a color tray. Just a little bit of each. We don't need a ton, but we want to make this look like this bell is a little bit more distressed. Okay, it's not going to be like a solid silver. It's not going to look like it just came out of the box fresh, because it hasn't. It's definitely not freshly made and freshly hung. So I'm going to take one of these sea sponges here, and You guys, let me see if I've got one that's a little bit more sea spongy. This one right here doesn't seem like it's got as much sponge to it. I thought I had a better one. Oh well. Let's add a little bit of distilled water to this, just to soften it up a bit. And then I'm just going to take this little sea sponge piece and dip it into my espresso paste. And we're kind of just dab right inside that bell, around the edges with that espresso, just to give this a little bit more of a texture as we're adding our layers, okay? Oop. And if we go outside the lines, no big deal. You can just clean that up. Really fast and easy with a wet wipe. So I just love to do acrylic. What was that new this month? Oh, that was my own message. My own message. And you can add as little or as less as you want with this. And then once I've got my brown on there, let's just dab our sponge off a little bit. And we're going to go into, no, let's dry it. Going to Colorado to your sons and your youngest is flying in from Wisconsin. Awesome! So you get to see the whole family? That would be great. All right, we're going to give this a little bit of a dry. And then come back in with our, oh shoot. No, I don't want to mark as spam. No! Holly, I think I accidentally marked you as spam. I didn't mean to. I dropped my dryer. I'm so sorry. I tried to undo it. I hope I undid it. All right, you guys. Now we're going to come back in with that shimmer silver, or that shimmer copper, and add some copper to this bell as well. Again, with a sea sponge, just dabbing it on there. We're layering this. And I want to leave the middle of that to not have any of this extra detail, okay? So some copper and some brown, just to give it a little bit of a distressed look to it, okay? Let's clean up our edges real quick. I went off the edge with my sea sponge. No big deal. I'm not even going to lift it up yet because I don't want to show you guys yet what it looks like. Did Evan figure out his robots he is going to get? I don't think he did yet. Youngest daughter is getting married on the 5th, and they're all oh, how exciting, Wendy! So you got a holiday and a wedding. All right, we're going to dry this up really well now. And then we're going to give this some paint on the back side, and we're just going to kind of see what happens with it. But I'm pretty darn excited. Kind of warping my board a little bit. I'm going to... okay, I took a sneak peek. I think it's going to work out. No sneak peeks for you guys yet. All right, here we go. Then I'm going to go out and grab some Storm color, and we're going to do the same thing as before. We're just going to grab our paintbrush. Your holiday is the 1st. Well, that's still the same like weekend, right? So the 1st is on a Tuesday, I think. All right, my Storm is a little bit thick, so I just added some water to the cap here just to thin it down slightly for painting. Hi, Cindy. And we're going to paint right out of the cap tonight. All right, here we go, you guys. Right over top of all of this, we're going to add our silver, or our Storm color. And just stay at the bottom part of this bell. Remember, if we go outside of the lines, it's not a big deal. Because it's acrylic, we can always clean it up. You just got married 3 years ago on the 2nd. So she said her anniversary will always have, yes, I love that. Her anniversary will always have fireworks. What a great way to look at that. My own hair. I'm as curious as you guys are as to how this is going to look. So you use distilled water, Mona, because if you're going to put your cat back on your jar and you have water out of your sink, the water out of your sink is going to have bacteria in it that could start to grow mold. So anytime that you're going to put it back in your jar or put like your paste back in your jar, or regular water might cause bacteria growth. Distilled water will not. So you always want to use distilled water in your paste. Again, you guys, we're going to add some more layers to this too. So if you see brush strokes right now, it's not that big of a deal at the moment. Ooh. But if you really want to make sure that you get really great coverage, you can always go over it a second time after you dry it the first time. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's check it out. We've got so much more to do to this thing too, you guys, so don't think that that's the end of it. It's not. It's not even close. All right, you guys. What do you think so far? Okay, I love it. I love it. I missed that comment. What was that? Oh yeah, Mona, don't feel stupid. No, Terry, thank you so much for answering that way. That was perfect. You're so right. Do you guys, does that look like that's distressed now? I think it does. I love it so far. I think it looks fantastic. But we are going to go ahead and we're going to add some more stuff to this. So I'm going to turn it back over to the front. And we're going to work a little bit on the front now, again, in giving this some more decoration, okay? There's a lot to come, y'all. There's a lot to come. I love working with acrylic so much. So much. It's very, very forgiving, and you can add layers to it, which is so cool. All right, I think I'm done with the brown now. Lost 2 jars of brand new paste when you first started chalking due to mold. Yes, you don't want mold in your paste. It does. Yeah, I'm glad it does. I think it does. I think it looks awesome. It's a little sea sponge. Hope I have the bell because I am loving this and I don't want to have to order something else, Terry. Oh. All right, we're going to move on to another transfer that I have yet to use this year. So we're also going to be adding this one to it. It's called the Fireworks Pattern. Thank you, Darlene. It's called the Fireworks Pattern, and we're just going to add a little bit to the top with this transfer, okay? So here's the thing. We're going to get detailed with this a little bit. We're just using part of it. And where's the part? This piece right here. That's it. That's the only part. Thank you, Stephanie. Thanks, all my friends. So again, we're going to pull this off of our backer sheet. If you're new, these are reusable silkscreen transfers. You can wash them and reuse them over and over and over again. And I want this to look like we've got that banner going across the top of the bell. So we're going to take the same transfer. I understand, Mona. There's a lot of transfers and there's even more coming up too. This is one of your favorite ones. So we're going to use this piece right here. And what I'm going to do, and actually I don't want it to go all the way up there because we've got Oh, you guys, and I don't want to wax on this either because, thank you, because if I wax on here, then I'm going to end up with a waxy coating on top of my acrylic, and I don't want that. All right, so what I want to do is try to line this up so that the edge of this little banner piece is right in the center of my bell as much as I can. And I'm just going to press it where I want to have it chalked at. So right there, for that banner, we're going to do the entire thing in cadet blue. Oh, thank you, Margie. And all I'm going to do is just go around where I've already got my my stuff chalked, okay? So I'm going to work my way around the Liberty Bell using one of these small ones here, you guys, that I got from Hobby Lobby. Ooh, I'm going to do actually the big part first, I think. And then fill it in. Just because that's going to be a little bit more tedious, so it's going to stay on there longer. All right, here we go, you guys. Let's do the biggest part of it first in cadet. And I'm just going to go as close to the edge and as close to that bell as I can with my squeegee and my paste. All right, and I can even leave a little bit on there to use. And then we're going to come back in with our littler squeegee. And I'm going to go right up to that bell as close as I can with my little bitty squeegee here. And go around it. So it actually looks like this is behind it. But I wanted it facing forward and I wanted this on the front. Y'all will see in just a second. I'm going to keep my eyes on this though, because I do want to get this done as quickly as I can before it starts to dry. Now any part that's got teal I don't have to worry about, just the parts where I can see the acrylic behind it. Like over here. And just having that extra right on your board already is going to help to make sure that you don't have to keep going back to your jar. All right, we're almost there. So close. All right, and then we're just going to squeegee off all of the extra. I missed some of that. I missed your comment. I'm sorry, y'all. Squeegee off all of that extra, and we're going to pull this up pretty darn quickly because we don't want it to start drying in here. Ready? Oh, that looks great. You guys, look at that. It looks like it's in the background, but it's still in the foreground right with that bell. And then we're going to move this over and we're going to do the same thing right next to it again with this blue. Don't worry about it though. You guys, trust the process. Trust the process. Now, if I were you guys and you're not live right now, I would go ahead and wash this transfer because we're going to use that same piece again. For me, I'm just going to lay it back down and I'm going to do it again having not washed it. So this next piece might not turn out quite as flawlessly as the first, but it's going to save me a little bit of time this way. So here we go. I'm just going to set it right back down. Right next to that first one. Oh, shucks. I think I want to go right there. And we're going to do the same thing again. You trust me? Okay, good. Class is over. What class, Carol? Oh, there's still that Tuesday class. I know. I didn't sign up for that because I didn't want to miss my lives on Tuesdays. But I know what class you're talking about. All right, we've got a little bit more to do on this side over here. So here we go. We're going to do it again. And again, just getting as close to that bell as we can. I hope I have this mostly straight. With that cadet blue. Oh, over here is going to be a breeze. Oh, yeah. Absolute breeze over here. Okay. Oh, this was the last one. Probably because ChalkCon is like, it's next week, you guys. Next week for ChalkCon. I have 3 pink dresses on my bed right now that I've got to try on and send back the 2 that I don't like the most, that I dislike the most. The 2 that I want to send back. But at least I have a couple of dresses now. All right, here we go. Making sure I get as close to that bell as I possibly can without getting on it. I think we're good. Yay! And pulling that off relatively quickly just to be sure that it doesn't start to dry. Like I said, this one I knew was not going to turn out as well as the other one because it already had a bunch of dried on chalk paste in there. And now I see a part where I think I want to erase it. Because I don't like this part. But I think that that looks super cool. You guys, I think this little piece right here we're going to erase. But, y'all, so far, now we've got a little banner up there above our bell. This is only going to get better, you guys. Trust the process. Trust the process! Remember, we still have that 1776 that we started. And, oh, I am done with the blue. And we still have all those little stars that Evan painted as well. We're going to let him come back in here and glue those on. There we go. Okay. Woo! Woo! Okay, I need a towel to put this one down on now so I can get this one cleaned off in a little bit. Set this down here under my feet but out of my way. And get that sprayed off. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for the stars. All right, I want to erase that piece right there. I don't like it. So again, just taking that part, just taking that part of my, all right, Jackie, just taking that part of my detail tool and just rubbing that paste right off of there. And I can just scratch off any parts that I don't like. This is the great thing about acrylic. If you're new to chalk, acrylic is a fairly good starting point. You just got to remember that it's extra sticky. And so you don't want to leave your transfers on there for very long. You want to move with your paste relatively quickly. All right, let's see. All right, you guys, I think that looks better without that piece that was on there. Don't you? Looks good? Okay, good. Thank you, Darlene. Okay, next up. Y'all, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Next up, I have one more transfer that we're going to use tonight. Okay, are you guys ready for this? 3 transfers tonight for one project, but it's going to be amazing. This one right here I use so much. Oh my gosh! I use this one so much at 4th of July. So much, and I love it. It's called the Patriotic Patterns. And you've got distressed stars, you've got distressed stripes, you've got regular stripes, and you've got regular stars. With the bell tonight, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use these distressed stripes on here. This is a D size, but it's like getting 4 transfers in one. What am I using to erase that part? So this is my detail tool, and it's got a pointy end on it. And all I did was just scratch off all the dry paste where it was I got it and I didn't want it to be. And then I just used a baby wipe to just wipe it off the surface. And it came right off. Simple and easy. And you can do the same thing with a chalkboard surface. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to add our our stripes on here. It's like, where do I put my transfers? I don't know. That's a good enough spot. All right, so this is the distressed stripe part of that transfer. And we might have to actually do this twice. Oh, we're going to have to do it multiple times, y'all. Multiple times. So I'm going to lay this. Oops, I'm off. I want to be off the edge just slightly. And we're back on the back side now. Oh, well, send me a message anytime you have any questions, too. That's what I'm here for. And everybody here in my community will help you as well. Jackie, this is available on my site. If you type in the word bell right now, then you'll get a link to my site with all of the supplies that I'm using tonight. You ordered 5 new detail tools? Girl, they're still on sale, aren't they? And they're so cheap. Do it up. Get them while you can. Absolutely. I feel like those are so crooked. They're so crooked. They were so crooked. All right, let's try that instead. I feel like that's less crooked there. Some of my gray came off. Oh no. Oh well. You could also use tape for this one, but I like the distressed look of the of these stripes. Okay. All right, we're gonna use cherry tonight. Thank you so much. We're gonna use cherry tonight. Oh, I don't know if I have enough in here. I have another jar. And I'm gonna use one of my mini squeegees just cut in half. And again, get as close to that bell as I possibly can, and then we'll move the transfer down. And we're going to go down on the bottom. Yep, you're right. We're all here to learn together. Absolutely. Ask away, and they will answer your questions, and I will answer your questions, and we're here to do it together. All right, here we go. Just in case. You guys, I think my good one is out there at my sink. But I'll grab this one just in case. All right, Again, we're going to go as close to our other designs as we possibly can. And I'm going to add some red stripe on here, some distressed stripe. With the red. Now you guys, if I go behind my bell, it's not a big deal. Because we're not going to see it anyway. So I really don't have to be as careful as I thought. In getting those stripes on there. Because we're doing layers. So it's okay if I go behind my bell. It's perfectly fine. We're on the back side. We're working backwards. I'm still not gonna try not to too much. But I don't have to be super, super careful with this. All right, see? I do want to be careful right here though where I scratch that bell. Okay, Pam. All right, we're going to move this over. And we're going to finish doing all of this stripe pattern on here in all the different spaces. Okay, so here we go. Here we go, y'all. We're pulling it up. Slow and steady so we don't accidentally take off some of our other paste. I'm going to stick this right to my thing so we can use it again. Oh, y'all!
Nom, nom.
So yes, you have to use paste. If you use paint, then your paint will dry inside your silk screen and you won't be able to get it back out. Our paste is water soluble. And so it washes out of the silk screen part where a paint is not. Okay, you guys, so far, what are you thinking? Are you loving it so far? Because I'm totally loving it. Totally loving it. I love when my projects turn out how I want them to. I do have a pretty little guy sneaking up behind me. I know. Good, I'm glad, buddy. All right, now we're going to go ahead and just move this over, and then we're going to move it down and over on the bottom. Oh, Dottie, we still have so much more to go. But thank you. All right, here we go. We got to line our lines back up.
Ow.
Uh-oh, buddy. Hey, can I have this cloth real quick? Because I got to line these up, and it's easier to line up when I don't have the whole thing sticking down.
Guess what?
What? Tell him my mom's awesome. Oh, man. He's my little hand, y'all. All right, so we're going to overlap those lines just a little bit. Line them up as best as we can. And then we're going to do this again. Thank you, Patty. We're going to do this again. Remember, you guys, I copied this idea off of something else that I saw. It was an inspiration piece, and I'll show you guys my inspiration piece tomorrow. I'll take a picture of this, and I'll post it right next to my inspiration piece, okay? All right, let's get this part done.
Mom.
What, babe?
These are literally so good.
What are those?
These like Mott's.
Oh, those Mott's things that you picked out today at the store?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, we went to Walmart today. Have you heard from John? Yeah, he calls me every night, you guys. He does. We went to the store today, and we had a whole bunch of stuff in our cart. Both of the kids got a new bathing suit.
Wait, yeah.
You loved it when it was just the bell? Both the kids got a new bathing suit. Evan got a new outfit. They both got some new sandals for the summer.
I'm wearing the outfit right now, my son's jersey.
And I had a ton of groceries in the cart. I let the kids pick out some snacks for the week. Got everything to make tacos for the night, the whole 9 yards.
Mom, that would have been $400 if Mom, that would have been $400 if we didn't buy this and we bought a Ronaldo jersey instead.
Probably. So we get to the line, you guys, and just as we get up to the front of the line, and I mean, I had a cart full of stuff. They weren't accepting credit cards. Their credit card machine was down. And the person in front of me, of course, was trying to pay with a debit card or a bridge card or credit card or something. I don't know. Had to leave her cart there, and it was the entire store. Oh, thank you, Mona. It was the entire store, every single line. The credit card machines were down and not working. So there was just a line of carts just backed up of all of these people who had spent hours shopping for their things to not be able to check out once they got to check out.
But
I am somebody who usually carries a little bit of cash with me, and so I was still able to pay for my stuff.
But
I just could not imagine spending 2 hours in the grocery store with kids in tow to have to walk away and leave my cart there.
Mom,
What?
if we actually cook these things, that would be so good.
You guys! Love this!
Like, these would be so good as actual cookies.
Yeah.
Like, and then it would have melted chocolate chips, and then it would turn all...
Yeah, Daddy, it is so easy, isn't it? Please don't step on those, okay? Because you'll get your socks all black.
No.
Thank you. I kind of want to wash my transfer at this point, though, because it's not transferring as well as I want to. And I still need to use it 2 more times. So let's do that really quickly before we finish off our stripes, okay? Because washing a transfer is easy. I know we've got some people watching tonight who have not been here before and are kind of seeing the process go. So to wash our transfers, you guys, all we're going to do is just take our transfer. I would usually take mine to my sink and just run water under it, but since I don't have running water in here live, I'm going to spray it down with a spray bottle of water. This is tap water, y'all. Thank you, Karen. And then I'm going to use some paper towel to just get most of that paste off of that silkscreen. This will just save your board eraser a little bit. Now, y'all, board erasers are out of stock currently. You do need them to clean your transfers. However, they are coming back in stock, and from what I understand, it's going to be this week. So it won't be much longer, okay? All right, Terry. All right, so then we're going to do it one more time. We're going to grab our board eraser this time. It's like a magic eraser, only it doesn't have any chemicals. Yeah, try it with a backing or try it with a fuzzing cloth, Mary. I feel like the fuzzing cloth makes it so much easier to line up. And we're just going to use our board eraser to erase all of that paste right out of the silk screen. Now, it doesn't look like it's all coming off yet, because we've only done the front side of it. I don't have my bowl of water in here anymore either, do I? I used to have a bowl of water in here that I kept so I could rinse out my sponge, my board eraser. All right, and then we're going to just go ahead and flip this over, and we're going to have sticky side up. You guys, this is full of dog hair. And my hair. Both. Try and get a little bit of that off of there. This time we're going to go sticky side up and we're going to do the exact same thing, okay? Sticky side up. Spray it with water. And use your board eraser. And we're just going to clean the rest of that paste right out of the silk screen. And it'll all wash right off of there. And then you can hold it up to the light and you can see that all of that paste is out of there, and then you can just dry it and use it again and again and again, okay? Put it back on your backer sheet when you're done. I now have so much goop on here, like hairs and things from this towel. So we're going to use this again. Thank you, Crystal. We're going to use this again. Now, normally I would say, you guys, just let it sit sticky side up on a mat until it's dry. But because I want to use this again and I need to make sure that it's dry, y'all forgive me for this. But I'm going to use my dryer and I'm going to dry it really quickly. I do not recommend that you guys do this. I'm a professional. But using a dryer can damage your transfers if you don't know what you're doing, because you can melt them, okay? So just be very, very careful. I know that my dryer gets super, super hot. I'm literally just giving it a quick blow dry on the front and a quick blow dry on the back, and all of that stickiness is going to come right back to it. All right, that fast and easy. Okay, all right, now I need to fuzz it again. I don't have my towel under it. Oh, I want to have my towel under it. Yeah, you can also use this part of your fuzzing cloth. The lighter side is also for drying, and the darker side is for fuzzing. So we're going to give this a good fuzz again, because now it's super sticky again. And we can finish up our lines on here. All right, so let's see where we're at. I got to make sure I've got a space for my white line. Right there is probably about good. Oh, I'm not off the side, so I'm going to have a big old spot. I'm gonna go right there, call that right there. Probably pretty darn good. And I might actually be able to use the bottom half of this to do the rest of it. All right, you guys. Just put the chickens to bed. They all tucked in now, Carol? Hopefully this isn't lopsided. I don't think it is, but it might be a little bit. I do wash my fuzzing cloths, yes. And after I wash them in the washing machine with towels, then I take it out and I use my lint roller and I roll it with my lint roller. Y'all, we're getting so close. We're getting so close. So here we go with our red again. Just getting those stripes done. I do have an air bubble right there. But again, acrylic is so forgiving. How many times can you use a stencil? So usually they say 8 to 12 times, but it really depends on how well you take care of it. If you clean it almost immediately and put it back on your backer sheet, then you can get a lot more use out of that. If you're using regular paste, if you're using shimmers, sometimes the glitter from the shimmer will stick to the back of it a little bit more and you'll lose your adhesiveness a little faster. which is why we are moving away from shimmers and going more to a metallic. So most of our new colors, even our shimmer gold, even though it's called shimmer gold, it's really more of a metallic gold than it is a shimmer from what the formula used to be. All right, you guys, I lifted it up just so I don't end up with that red all over the bottom of my, or all over my fuzzing cloth. Okay, here we go. I have some that I've used 20 plus times. I can probably tell you with this stencil that I'm using right now, I've probably used this one 15 times, if not more. Like a lot. I love, love, love this one. Terry says, I love the metallics. Me too, girl. Me too. The only thing about metallics is that they don't seem to get as good of a coverage when you paint with them as what the regular colors do, but certainly a lot better than the shimmers ever did. Oh, you guys, we just got one more little area there where we've got to get some stripes in. Do you work for a crafting company? Is there such a thing? So Mona, yes and no. I am a Chalk Couture independent designer. So what that means is that I have a website through Chalk Couture. But I own my own business, Chocolate Designs, as an MLM through Chalk Couture, if that makes sense to you. So yeah, Chocolate Designs is my business, but I sell Chalk Couture products. I've had Highland Cow for a week and a half. Used it 22 times so far. I love that, Sandy! 22 times! All right, you guys, I'm just going to flip this over. Yeah. I'm going to flip this over and line it up. Just like this, and I'm going to finish it off using that piece right there. To the best of my ability. That Highland Cow is so stinking cute. All right, let's start here. We're so close, you guys. We're so close. The end is near, my friends. Oh, I hope I line this up well. So for those of you guys who are new, for those of you who are new, we do have a perks program where you can actually join our perks membership. It's $20 a month. And then every single month when you pay your $20, you're going to get back $20 in product credit. But that membership is going to get you a 30% discount on all your orders all day, every day on my website. It's amazing. I recommend everybody be a perks member because it's awesome. All right, laying that one down, you guys. I'm going to spray that one. That's the last time we're going to use that one. I'm going to spray down my bell again because it's starting to dry. Whew! This has been quite a project. We're still not quite done yet. Almost, though. Almost. I'm going to actually get my my glue gun out and get that started. See if I can put it where it belongs. Sometimes it doesn't like to stay on. Hi, Sandy. All right, I'll show you my Highland Cow. This is the Highland Cow transfer she's talking about. So stinking cute. So cute. That's on a notebook. Okay, you guys. I love it, love it, love it so far. What do you guys think? Do y'all love it as much as I do? I think it looks fantastic, and I just realized we probably didn't need this line down here because of the frame, where the frame's going to be. Oh, that's going to be awesome, Sandy. Oh, my goodness. All right, you guys, we've used all of our colors that we're going to use. Now we're going to come back in. Yeah, color of the month is going to sell out probably tonight or tomorrow. We're going to come back in with some Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster. And I'm going to kind of messy paint this entire thing behind the bell. I like Plaster more than I like bright white. Evan! Please stop. And I might have to give this 2 coats with my Plaster color, okay? He is playing his game right now, you guys, and it's upsetting him. It's upsetting him a lot. He gets so upset about the games on his tablets. All right, here we go, you guys. Just going over the entire thing with a layer of Waverly Plaster on the back side. Evan, calm yourself down, buddy. He's so mad. Calm yourself down, Evan. I don't want to go all the way to the edge. Because I kind of want to give it that, I don't know, a little bit more of a rustic look, I guess. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Oh, darn. All right, we're going to do that too. I meant to distress my edges and I forgot. Evan, come shut my door if you're going to yell. All right. Easy, quick little strokes going across. Make and sell Highland Cow pom-pom. Kitchens. Oh, how cute! I love the Highland Cows too, y'all. If I could decorate my house with all like farmhouse Highland Cow stuff, I would. Because I think it's awesome. Oh, here we go. Evan, please come shut my door. All right, last little bit right there. It is thick in spots. That's plenty okay. Any spots where I missed, I'm just going to go over really quickly. Here we go. Let's see how it looks. And if we want to add another coat to this, let's go ahead and give this a good drying, okay? Because as it dries, your paint's going to become a little bit more see-through. But I think it's going to look great. We've got to make sure that it's dry before we can flip it over and do the last little bit on here. And before we put it back in the frame. I do too. I love the farmhouse decor. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Guys, I'm getting distracted by my little guy who is yelling at a video game right now, and he will not come close my door. Oh, Evan, come close my door!
That one person was being such an idiot, so I decided to just report.
He got mad, y'all. He's like, I reported that guy because he was being an idiot. That's what he told me. All right, it's thick right there. I think we're good though. Trade you my husband for the stove cover. The stove cover? Oh, that right there? Is that supposed to be a stove cover? Super cute, right? All right, you guys, there's what it looks like. Okay, I am stunned. Even I didn't think it was going to turn out that awesome. I love that so much. What do you guys think? Oh my goodness. I love it. They still get mad even in their 20s. Okay, you guys, we got a little bit more to do to this really, really fast. I know that it's late. But let's put this back in its frame real quick. And then add all of those pieces that Evan painted up for us. Do you? Oh, you all love it? I'm so glad. So it just got the picture frame things. Come on, baby. Thank you, everyone. Did I? No, I didn't. I thought I scratched it for a second there. Just gotta be able to get it down in there. All right, we got it. Yay! We're still not done yet. You guys, we got a little bit more to add to this really fast. Don't go anywhere yet. We're so close. So close. That's definitely not going to do what I wanted to do. This is what I'm looking for. Just to lock that back in there. Now, if you really want to protect this back side of this, the frame came from Hobby Lobby. If you really want to protect the back side of this, you could put a piece of cardboard back here to keep the back from getting scratched. All right, so that's what it looks like so far. But you guys, Evan painted up some pieces for us. And I feel like we need to just add these on here to finish this off and to give this a little bit more blue. So we've got our 1776. We've got our stars. One. Seven. Ooh. My bell's down a little bit farther than I wanted it to be, so hopefully we can make this work. Yes! You guys! Just make this one go over a little bit and spread it out just a little bit. May have a hard time getting up at 5:30, but I needed to see this finish. We're almost done. We're almost done. We're so close. The numbers are also from Hobby Lobby. They are wood pile numbers. But you could also probably get like house numbers from Home Depot. Just want to make sure that that 7 does not hit the bottom of that bell. And our 6. And then we've got our stars, you guys, and it's going to finish this piece off of here. I don't know how many stars we're going to add. Thank you, Brenda. But we do have a few. stars that we can put on here, and I'm just going to lay these down in some random spots. Ooh! Oh, shucks. Come on, glue. Stop doing that. Oh, Christy, I have no idea. I would have to figure that out. Off the top of my head, I really don't know. But I love this one. And I definitely have to take some pictures of it. One more. Let's go for a medium-sized star here. Thank you, Sandy. Okay, you guys, I think we're done. I think that this is perfect. I do like my glue gun most of the time. You guys, what do you think? I really don't, Rachel. I don't have an artist style. I literally find stuff for inspiration, and I just try to make it. This frame, I don't know what size it is. Let's see. 16 by 12 by 16. 12 by 16. Thank you, Dottie. Oh, you guys, I love it. I think that that turned out really, really good, and I finally got to use my 1776. So y'all, don't forget, you guys, Patriotic is coming up. 4th of July is coming up. You want to grab your stuff now. Things are shipping out very, very, very fast. Oh my gosh. Y'all, look at the detail in that bell, too. Doesn't it look awesome? So you can probably grab your stuff tonight and still get it in time to be able to create the perks program. Go ahead and, yep, I sure can, Joy. Oh, shucks, I just lost that. Joy, will you send me a message? And then I will message you back with the information, just because I'm going to lose this as soon as I turn off my thing, okay? So just send me a message real quick and just say hi, and then I can get you back with you about the perks program as soon as I get things cleaned up, all right? Okay, you guys, that's it for us. Perks program, again, remember you get 30% off everything all day long with that program. Grab your Patriotic stuff now because, well, you're losing out on time to be able to craft with it, and you want to be able to recreate this project before 4th of July, right? All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys back here again tomorrow night. Love you all so much. Bye, everybody.